Given the continuing gravity of the situation and impunity on the ground, I reiterate my call for the UN Security Council to refer this situation to the International Criminal Court. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Vice-Président.
Thank you very much, Vice President.
Distinguished delegates, each day the people of Myanmar are enduring horrifying attacks, flagrant human rights violations, and the crumbling of their livelihoods and hopes. Since my last report in July, the overall human rights situation in Myanmar has deteriorated even further. Mr. Vice President, ASEAN's five-point consensus, which was aimed at returning Myanmar to stability, has been ignored by the military, despite their having agreed to its terms. Similarly, the military has failed to respect Security Council resolutions 2669 of December 22 and its demand for an immediate end of violence and unhindered humanitarian access to all people in need. It's clear that new thinking is needed when it comes to this situation, and it's urgent to bring this unspeakable tragedy to an end. I welcome the recent decision of ASEAN to try a new approach, introducing a troika mechanism to support the chair and the special envoy of the organization beginning next year, and I urge other states to reinforce this initiative. I reiterate my call to all states and other actors with influence to support efforts to de-escalate this crisis and ensure that all vulnerable people in Myanmar can exercise their fundamental rights and receive all necessary assistance. I urge all actors to ensure that allegations of human rights abuses against the civilian population are promptly and transparently investigated and that perpetrators are held to account, and for the international community to redouble international accountability initiatives. Given the continuing gravity of the situation and impunity on the ground, I reiterate my call for the UN Security Council to refer this situation to the International Criminal Court. People in Myanmar have long suffered with insufficient attention being paid by the international community to their plight. That must change. This Council has now received 8 reports from my office on this horrific situation and updates at every session since February 2021. We have no reason to believe that the military will radically change and break the cycle of impunity that has characterized its operations for decades. The responsibility of protecting civilians and restoring conditions conducive to peace and stability therefore also rests with the international community, who I urge to act now. There is absolutely no time to lose. Merci beaucoup.